Help spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to another J360 Mini Bite, hosted by J.M. Brady, and I am your host, J.M. Brady. So let's get into it. What's been going on, y'all? It's another week. Time for some more, J360 action. And as far as I'm concerned, it's been a wild week, huh? Yeah, I get it. It's pretty much Wednesday going into Thursday. It's supposed to be J-Man showtime, but it's been a wild week. I mean, what with everybody throwing in the towel on 2020 and trying to get to 2021, it's just I about had enough of this year myself. But something, it's not really a total loss. I mean, if anything, we're all supposed to technically learn from this stuff. Like, I guess don't take life for granted or, value the days that you have. Or even better, it's like, anybody who's anybody could get sick from this mess, but still it's, damn. I mean, be smart about it, I guess. I guess that was the whole thing to learn from it. But then again, don't be too entitled about stuff or soaked into entitlements or just... you can change your life around all this nonsense. It's just like, once again, nobody saw this stuff coming. As I always say, it's like, they said like every year with the number 20 in it, technically there was always like a disease floating around. Just for those of us in the postmodern era, coronavirus technically is ours. But then you got people that are sitting there, like I say, even if you got people that are showing a lot of concern and a lot of worry and a lot of fear from this, there are a lot of other people that are actually loving all this going on. And quite a lot of them are social elites. Oh, they'll sit right up there. They'll get the cure before anybody else does. And then they're just over here like saying, well, my business though, I'm not worried about people's health or anything. I mean, yeah, sure, stay home, stay safe, but still, at the same time, you better show up to work. It's like that in my day job, which, by the way, I will be going back to it soon, but I enjoyed my vacation. It wasn't bad. I know next time, when all this is over, isn't that the story for everybody? When all this is over, what the goals and plans are. It's like that all the time. But at least things are starting to reopen up. Starting to. Now, whether it's premature or not, you tell me. Because certain states are ready to do this stuff, and then there are other states that are still pretty high on the scale. So, it's entirely up to you regarding what you do. Me, on the other hand, I'm still going to just be me. One way or another, I'm just going to find a way to work it through this whole thing. I'm not scared of it or anything like that. Because, I always say this. I lived a good life. Whether it comes and goes, I'll be at peace with certain things. I'm always going to be reaching and doing what I love to do for my series and, my company and all. And then, whoever I'm going to be working for next. Granted, I'm not throwing in the towel on anything, unlike certain other people. Some other people just gave up. And it's very sad to see, because nothing's impossible. We can all recover from this. You know what I'm saying? But 2020 has been a crap year because of the way people have been with it. Among other things. And then, when you're really, really selfish about something, instead of just learning from something, you gotta prepare for the worst. You gotta prepare for the unexpected. But I'm not here to dump down on you on that. Not really. It's just all on how you handle something. Because if you got something like this, which is a real problem, What do you expect the next things are going to be? And I don't want you to live in fear about that. It's just be aware of it. And I hope those kids out there that, education was interrupted, I hope they get compensated in some way. I hope, it's a shame that they might have to repeat the same grade over again. But there's a lot, if anything, a lot of this stuff has an L on it. Yes, it does, but, don't beat yourself down because of that L. You know what I mean? Just look at it and say, you know what? I'm going to stay sharp. I'm going to go ahead and punch through this. I'm going to be all right. One way or another. Because when you start sitting there and you start being dumping down and you start staying in a depressed state, it's really hard to get up from. And other than that, this is my grad year too. And I'm like, wow, man. Yeah, well, it didn't all end terribly, It's just, where do you go from here? You can only go up. And I believe in every single one of us about going up and doing what we need to do. So I'm not ashamed of it. Regardless of how they're going about the reopening process of all this, everybody's talking about, we need testing, we need more testing. Yeah, testing is good, but I also think, we kind of need to start we got to start finding some ways of a treatment, too. But it takes 2 years to make a vaccine, but still, it's you would think with all these great processes and all these advancements we have around here, should be starting to get something. And then you realize, if anything, all these countries need to start playing ball with each other, especially America. You see who leads America now, right? So it's I can see where that's going. But you know what? We're not going to get into it like that on this episode. At the same time, though, I hope all of you are out there healthy and well, and I hope that you and yours is all together so that, one way or another, we don't fall back on this total stuff like this. But a lot of people are really reaching for 2021 because they think everything's going to be normal. Such as we'll all go to movie theaters again, the cons and the public events that we go to will be back in action. And then not to mention, hopefully we can finally see that New Mutants movie. But then again, that's supposed to be coming out on the stream soon, right? Is it? All I know is that damn thing's had a long record for being released. Hopefully it'll come out soon. And hopefully it's well worth the wait. I've been looking forward to it. I love New Mutants. The comic book anyway. But I also say, I've really been holding out for that Black Widow movie, which should have came out, during the Civil War, but still, I'm just saying, that, man. See, this is how it was supposed to go down for me in summer. 1, I wasn't supposed to be going to that day job anymore. 2, I was graduating, which I already did, and then, of course, I was supposed to go to see the Black Widow movie, and I was supposed to have all my stuff together to go to the next level, whichever state it would be. It would either be Maryland, California, or New York. That's how it was supposed to go down. Or even Philly. Why do I keep forgetting about Philadelphia? But the point is this. Yeah, it's ironic, right? Because that's where all my teams are located. So it's come on now. You never forget about that. That's the market there. But still, it's things were supposed to be in transition. And I totally get it, because you've seen the memes rolling around, where somebody says, my plans, and then all of a sudden, disaster on the other side, or under construction regarding 2020. Yeah, man. I totally feel it. I didn't give up on it, though. Don't ever give up on your goals. And I will go to the West Coast, so, that's already said and done. I'm not going to be sitting here and, on the East Coast island and thinking, oh yeah, eventually I'll get over there, guys. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But you got some people that sold out on their dreams. Don't ever do that to yourself. That's ridiculous. Granted, things are going to be a real hassle to get through. Because everybody's still wearing the mask and stuff. And then, of course, in barbershops, which is pretty much my main concern, because, hey, you go to the barbershop, you learn anything. But you see, every other seating, and then you realize how many people haven't went without a haircut over these past few months. Yeah, I totally get it. But, hey, for those of you comic book fans out there, you finally won, didn't you? You finally got the Snyder Cut coming. And from what I heard, it's they spend quite a lot of money working with it. So apparently it's going to be a whole different experience from what we got in the theatrical release. Now, I've heard this kind of talk before. I didn't hear it with the Man of Steel home release, but I heard it with BVS, which is still turning people's heads to this day. Was BVS good? I mean, Wonder Woman, great. Aquaman, great. Shazam, oh, phenomenal. They were on the track record there, but it's a mess after what happened. I wonder what they're going to do with Wonder Woman 84. But then you have the Batman movie that's supposed to be coming soon, and that looks alright. I don't know where it fits in with anything. It's probably going to be an Elseworlds installment, kind of like the Joker movie. Maybe. Whatever it's going to be, I guess. That's a very highly anticipated film, too. But at the same time, didn't Robert Pattinson say something not too long ago about... Whatever. I'll get into that later. But, hey, like I said, the Snyder Cut. We're finally getting it. And then hopefully we'll get more Steppenwolf. You know what I mean? Like, if I can think back, because it's been a while since I saw the theatrical release for Justice League. Paper thin and really didn't get to know the villain much. Maybe this will be a fine time to actually get to know, like, what's going on in that department, among other things. But will it make the movie better? Have you ever heard of a director's cut that ever really redeemed a theatrical cut? I mean, keep in mind, or an assembly cut. Like, remember with Alien 3? You saw the assembly cut and everybody was like, it was a much better film. And it was like, yeah, but still, how many times can you put lipstick on a pig, huh? Or you could go ahead and wrap feces in tinfoil and then only hope that it actually serves its purpose. And if you're not putting that in front of somebody's deck to step on, is there really a joke there? That's one of them kind of things to think about. And why am I thinking about that? Well, I'm not trying to dump down on it. I just think that, once again, here we go trying to reach for this movie, this certain movie that everybody's been looking forward to, that had little to no build-up. I mean, there was build-up there, don't get me wrong, but it's like we're still reaching for that perfect cut of this movie. And since we finally got it, and we all knew it existed, if we get severely disappointed by this, remember, we're the ones that asked for that crap. It's our own damn fault. But if we get it and we enjoy it for what it is, well, we can only hope for, like, whatever follows it. I think some of these people are still on contract, right? Except for Ben Affleck. He's the only one that's not accounted for. And Henry Cavill, you know what I mean? They're the only ones that are not accounted for any other installments. Even though I think Henry wants to come back, doesn't he? So... I don't know, that whole DCEU franchise is hit or miss sometimes. But you know what I was really thinking about doing? And I should have done this throughout the whole time I had that vacation, but I needed to chill anyway. I should have thought about actually watching all those DCEU films again in sequence. Because I never had a problem with Man of Steel. A lot of people had a problem because of the final sequence in Metropolis, but once again, that's another can of worms I'm not opening up on this show. But, it's just one of them kind of things. Go through that franchise again. I don't have to go through the MCU franchise again. I already know what's going on. So it's like, one of those things to take in. However, oh yes, by the way, for the J360 lineup, did you all enjoy J360 Radio Live? Crazy, wasn't it? Shout outs to Moose for joining in on that, man. Like, it's only a start of what's to come. You guys heard of Marvel Team Up, right? Well, pretty much that is the J360 version of Marvel Team Up. One way or another, I'm hanging out with all of you content creators out there, whether you're cosplayers, designers, filmmakers, podcasters, writers, you name it. Pretty much, that's just me hanging out with you guys for at least 60 minutes, being as, unfiltered as possible throughout it all. So if you can't handle cussing or taking a joke, that's not the show for you. Fortunately, that's why the J-Man show is still around. But see, the thing is this. It's just a new way of looking at things, and If you sat back there and you enjoyed every minute of that, it was all for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a show for sensitives. Not at all. If anything, it's a step up for what I've been working towards for a long time. And it's a bi-weekly show, so if it came 1 week, which it did last week, or no, this week, then the following week after next, that's room for another one. So I wonder who actually is going to be joining me for that other one. And if you're interested, just email me at j360productions@outlook.com. But that's all the time I have for you right now. The J-Man Show will be coming on Friday night because I still have some movies to watch for it. But other than that, though, this is the J-Man signing off. I hope you're all taking it easy and take care of yourselves. And we will meet again on Friday. Okay? Peace out.
Help spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.